Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bows & Company. I am your host, Emily O, and I am joined by very exciting company today. This is the first non-family member that we've had on the show in quite some time.
I'm honored.
Hello, Laura. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
So if you're new here, Laura works on the emilyOandbows team. I feel like we talk about you constantly. Like we're always saying, Laura this, Laura that. It's like, where is she?
Compliment.
Here she is. And I asked the listeners on Bows & Co. Instagram, like who they wanted to come on, anybody outside people, and you and Connor were the top two.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, that's easy.
That's so sweet.
Yes.
Thank you.
So if you guys are new here or you haven't listened to the previous episode, which we had you on like honestly over a year ago.
I think so, because I've never sat in the studio and
you've never been
recorded.
In the studio. How do you like your first few moments?
I love it.
Don't you like the setup? I know.
It's a little nervous.
No, don't be nervous. We're very relaxed here on Bows & Co. But yeah, you were here, I think it was like a year and a half ago, because we were in the old house.
I would say we were in the house. Old house, exactly.
We didn't have as much going on here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The wallpaper, the sign.
Yes. Definitely more formal.
Definitely more formal. But if you guys are new here, Laura works on the emilyOandbows team. We've been working together for like 3 years. Producer Ann, would you say it's 3? We also have mom here in the studio. 3 years, which is amazing. It's flown by.
It really has.
And why don't you kind of give us give the crowd kind of what you do, an overview of what
my job is.
What your job is.
What my job is.
Here on emilyOandbows.
So while I'm at home, I do a lot of your mood boards.
Yes.
So I work on those at home, which is really great because if you haven't listened before, I have 3 young girls.
Yes.
2, 5, and 7. So I'm able to work while I'm at home, which is really nice.
Yes.
And then while I'm here, I kind of help. I'm your brand director.
Yes.
So I kind of help us map out the like upcoming weeks, what reels you're going to work on, whether that's ordering some new product, going through things you already have here, organizing pieces.
Yes.
Helping with your new collections.
Yes, that's a big one.
Things like that.
Yes.
So yeah, I would say that's the majority of it, like helping you map out,
I'm
just
listening. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Mapping out your work, your reels, what we're going to be working on. Again, the mood boards, collections, especially as we're going into holiday season, all the holiday gift guides I'll be working on.
And it's great because we usually come in person about once a week, which is really collaborative because we are here down in the studio, and I feel like that's like really where we get the creative juices going.
I was gonna say we talk a lot, but we get a lot of work done as we're talking. If that makes sense.
Exactly.
It makes such a huge difference to be in person.
It makes such a huge difference, and it's nice that like everybody's here in the area. And now that we have the studio, actually, I'll ask you on air. How do you like? It's been a year. How do you like coming down and working in the studio now?
I love it.
Don't you?
Are you kidding?
What else is she going to say?
What's not to like? Yeah.
Could you imagine? She's like, we can make some changes. No.
I love it. It's so nice.
It's really nice to have the space now where we can just kind of like leave everything set up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
Yes.
Again, everything's just here. And especially when you have your new collections and the orders start coming in, that everything's just like right there and organized. You don't have to like be fishing through boxes trying to find something.
It's so much easier.
Yes.
And we sit, I'm looking right at the table. We sit at the table, and like you said, we have an agenda. I think a lot of people are like, what do you guys, you do a lot of behind the scenes work.
A lot of behind the scenes.
Absolutely. How I would say it. So you're like our back end girly.
Yes, exactly. Behind the scenes.
And I know we talked about this in like the previous episode, honestly, like a year and a half ago, but why don't you share a little bit with everybody, just like a general overview of your background and kind of your previous career and experience, because that really does play a huge part into what you do now with us.
Yes, absolutely. So I, well, going way back, I went to Mercyhurst University and I majored in fashion merchandising and marketing.
Yes.
And then after college, I started working at Nordstrom as a personal stylist, which is where I met you and your family.
Fam.
Yes. And your grandmother, Joyce, was actually my client before even your mom was.
Yes.
And then your mom, obviously, shortly after. So I kind of watched you guys grow up a little bit because the 3 of you were pretty young. This was a while ago.
We were really young.
So that's how I met you. And then over the years, and you obviously have been working at emilyOandbows for a long time. And I would like half joke with your mom saying like, when she gets big and famous, I'll come work for you guys.
Yes.
Because like we all get along so well, and like I knew that would be so much fun. So then obviously down the road, I ended up going to a local store and I managed a woman's side for a few years. And then every time I had a daughter. I just like, I worked less and less.
Yes.
And then one day your mom called me and she's like, I think the time has come.
Yes.
Do you want to come work with us?
Yes.
And I was like, absolutely. And again, it started out as just part-time, like everything is at home. So again, we would talk on the phone every week and I would work on the boards at home and we would just communicate like that. And then it was right after Hannah was born that your mom was like, I think we would all really benefit if you came here once a week.
Yes.
And I was like, I think that would be great because especially like getting out of the house once a week, like having an excuse to get dressed, ready for work.
Exactly.
And, people with kids will definitely get that it was a good, definitely like good timing.
Yes.
And doable,
Very doable. And it's worked out so well in so many ways because you're very flexible and we're flexible and we are close by to each other.
I live like 15 minutes away. So the commute is obviously easy.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's kind of how I got here.
That was a very good overview. Yes. So that's kind of what the past 3 years have looked like. And like you said, you had a big background in personal styling. And so we always call Laura a forensic shopper because you really do have a really good overview of just like the brands, the clothes, and kind of how people shop and, I don't know, just like tendencies of people who what they're looking for.
Sure.
And with content creation and influencing and social media really taking the lead the past couple years, it's those skills that have transitioned into
it's all
kind of
those years of working in retail.
Yeah, like the modern way of shopping and stuff.
For sure.
And we just all get along very well and have like a really good time.
Absolutely.
So do you want to start off with some bows and lows?
Sure.
I forgot to even ask you. Sometimes I get so excited with who I'm speaking to
that's
that
okay.
I forget the only format of our show.
Right. I would say I think my bow was just being back to work. We were off for like 2 weeks.
Yes.
Because I think you guys had something, then Hannah was sick.
Yes.
And so we're back. And we always have so much to catch up with. So it feels great to be back in the studio.
I agree. Yeah. Last week, you had a really fun trip. You went on a 10-year anniversary with your husband.
We did. It was our 10-year anniversary. We actually got married on Halloween 10 years ago. It was not a Halloween themed wedding. It just kind of worked out like that. So we went away to Key Largo for 4 nights. And
It
was amazing. The first time we've like really been away since our honeymoon.
Wow.
And having kids.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
Wow.
I said when it was over, I go, I hope it's not another 10 years till we do this.
No, I think we need to cut that in half and then cut that in half again.
I know. So that would be another bow. Going on the trip was like, it was just amazing.
Your
really
trip
fun.
looked amazing. I actually feel like that's
awesome.
And that's kind of what Claire and Connor did with their baby moon. They went to Florida.
Right.
And I'm really like loving this time that everyone's going to Florida.
I know.
Because you don't really necessarily think about it in the fall, but it's like a nice little getaway.
Yeah, it was easy to get to. I mean, we flew into Miami and then it was like a little over an hour drive.
Yeah.
But the drive's like pretty because you're
of course.
you're surrounded by water everywhere.
Right.
So it's not like.
Yeah, it's not like here.
No, exactly.
Running into potholes and speeding.
Exactly. Traffic. Well, there's traffic there, but still.
But it's
it was
fun
really
traffic.
Fun.
Yeah, it's tropical traffic.
There you go.
No, I would have to agree. I would say that my low was obviously not, working in person because we really do look forward to these days. I think that, it's a little different for people because obviously if you go into an office or you have coworkers, but I do feel like people who maybe work remotely and work at home can relate to this. It is nice to have a day where
another face.
Forward. Yeah, because it's see another face.
Other than Anne's. No, I'm kidding.
No, literally. Yeah, exactly. We all are like jumping up and down when we see each other.
Yeah,
it is really collaborative and it feels like a team mentality for sure.
Exactly.
Which is really nice. And
absolutely.
This is our busiest season, and I feel like we've talked about this before, and I've mentioned this with other family members, but we definitely follow a retail calendar.
Absolutely.
I think that definitely applies to what we do with emilyOandbows, whether it be with our collections that are coming out, obviously like to pose them around the seasons, but then also just what we share in general.
Of course.
We definitely move with the seasons and try to keep up with, everyone's needs and expanding on that.
Absolutely.
So I did ask Bows and Company to ask you some questions, which is so helpful. I feel like such a nag every week getting on and I'm asking for more questions. I'm such a taker. I said this yesterday in my Instagram stories. I'm like, at what point are you guys going to run out of questions? Because I'm honestly impressed by how much people can submit as well. But I thought this would be a really good thing to kind of go over because just with you managing, motherhood and working part-time and kids and all of those things in between, I think a lot of people can relate to that as well. And we have a lot of listeners who brought in some great questions. So I'm just going to go through some of the submissions that we have. And if you need a moment, you need to pause to answer. Okay. My favorite thing is putting all of my guests on the spot. We don't really prepare too hard. So these are everybody's true answers.
Exactly. On the spot.
This is a good one to start off with. How did Laura get into fashion and design?
So again, it's just always been something I've been really passionate about. And going to college for it, you definitely got to see kind of like all it was really like a business major focus in the fashion industry. So you really got to see all little avenues of what kind of career you could go into. And I worked in retail throughout college as well. And I just always loved it. Like I love meeting people. I love helping them find, exactly what they're looking for, and seeing them come back again, like that they want, knowing that, they enjoyed shopping with you so much. So I kind of just like fell into retail, and like I said, like I enjoyed it so much, I kind of just kept with it.
Right.
And Nordstrom was always, I grew up in Buffalo, New York. So we did not have a Nordstrom there. And when we would like travel or like go away on spring break, like, like in Florida, speaking of Florida again, we would always like find a Nordstrom.
Yes.
And, my older sister actually came to Cleveland to go to John Carroll. And so we would always come to the beach with Nordstrom.
Yes.
And it became like, like such a thing.
Of course.
And then everything kind of fell into place. I had friends moving here from college, like after we all graduated. And again, like the whole Nordstrom and retail thing and personal styling, I didn't realize like they had a whole department that was all personal styles. Because again, it's kind of behind the scenes. Like you don't really see it, obviously, walking around the store, like an area for it so much. And it was all kind of like perfect timing when I went there and I interviewed and I said that that's what I really want to do. They were actually just kind of like revamping the program and like tweaking it a little bit. So the timing couldn't have been like better. And I just fell into place with it and like I fell in love doing it. So,
and I feel like it was just like such a natural progression, like you said, from what you went to school for, and just also being so good at interpersonal relationships and being very outgoing and, working well with people. Sure. It was the perfect combination. And
yeah, it was. It was a really good mix of things. And yeah, I did that for 10 years. So
you really got
fun.
To see
kind of. It was a lot of fun. Everything. A lot of different people, a lot of different shopping habits. And it was a lot of fun.
How would you say that, it shifted throughout those 10 years? Because I feel like so much has changed.
So much has changed. I mean, I remember when I first started working there, so many of my clients were needing suits. Like, which is so funny to think. And I remember I would like rack my brain trying to like, come up with like the best options to give them, and like ones that could mix match would be even better.
Right.
And like now, I mean, when I left there, like we didn't even like, I don't even barely sell suits.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so weird. Or like, so weird. Everything went from like, hardly any woman wears suits, let alone do we carry them in the store.
Yes.
Like, and I remember when we used to have suiting, and they would say they needed suiting, like, because I would go through like a series of questions with them before I'd meet with them for the first time. And you'd always ask their budget, because I'm like, I could show you a halogen suit for like $200. I could show you a Classique suit. I don't even know if you remember that Nordstrom brand.
I barely remember. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Or like I could show you a Theory suit, like, which was like kind of like the most expensive we carried for like that young, like professional woman. So yeah, it's just crazy to think that we had all those options, and then it went from like,
right. And even so,
nothing.
No, it is
Which
so
is crazy
to see how that shifts so much. I think I vaguely remember you saying this. Didn't you say that certain law firms would give their...
So one law firm in particular, and it was like a local, like I think it's like 45 minutes away from the mall area. They were having issues with some of their attorneys and other staff members dressing appropriately for work. And so the wife of the law firm, I think it just drove her crazy.
Yes.
And so she came up with this brilliant idea that they gave everyone in their law firm. It was like different like tiers. Like the attorneys got like a set amount, and then like if like staff members or secretaries got like a little bit less than that. And they gave them gift cards to Nordstrom, and we all got assigned like a group of employees from this firm, and we were to help them find professional
I think that's
clothing.
So,
Isn't that great?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then like, and some of the, like the one girl in particular, she became like one of my, like all the time clients.
Oh, I'm sure. Because once they started, they realized.
Then like, once like we got along great, and like, then I always helped her find her, work attire.
Of course. Yeah.
But I mean, it's hard. And especially like, depending on like your size and shape, and trying to, find business wear that's appropriate. And this actually wasn't that long ago too. So, again, it can be challenging to find that.
I definitely think it can be challenging to find that. And I do think that's always stuck with me. I think it's obviously shifted because not as many people are in person, but they're still, people are still lawyers. They still, I wonder where we are getting our suits. I should ask some of my Well,
I know.
Where
When
is Sean? Like, he's probably not.
Again, he's business casual too. I think men are a little different.
But like
some
the
men
women in his office, like, do you know?
They're like business casual.
Really?
Or I think then you get a lot of like, you get like the Veronica Beard blazer with a pant. But I do feel now like you can do, like, again, and Amazon wasn't like around.
Right.
Or if it was, I don't know. Like, it wasn't like
They
a
didn't
thing.
have suits.
Yeah. They didn't have suits.
No,
then.
it was still books or
But
whatever
I think
it was.
now it's a little bit easier if you're on a budget and like if you're just starting a job. Like you can get those Amazon like dupes,
right?
Or like you can go to like Loft or Gap or Target.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
So true.
And invest in like a few blazers and mix and match everything. So I feel like now, even though we're away from the suiting, I feel like it's kind of easier, I guess, to mix and match a little bit if you're a little more business casual, if that makes sense.
I would agree with that. I mean, it's still definitely a need because we are always kind of talking about it here and always, curating items for people. I think a lot of times, but what a time to be alive to have to wear a suit every day. Like, oh my gosh.
I wish I had to wear a suit every day.
I mean,
if you tell me I need to wear one every Wednesday, I'm like, all right, I guess so.
Could you imagine if this was a requirement for the office? And we dress up.
Right.
Because we all love to look nice and clothes and stuff. But everyone looks good in a suit.
Right. Yeah. Everyone looks good in a suit.
Everyone looks good in a suit.
I know. Isn't that funny?
That is really funny. So yes, you worked a lot with your different clients on workwear and obviously holiday and
just everything in between. Yeah. Stay-at-home moms would come in just saying like, I need something other than leggings to wear.
Right.
But something that like if I'm running around running errands, picking up the kids, I'm not going to look like I just came from an office.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So just helping people find all those in between little areas. And I mean, everyone was different. Everybody has different needs. And
you worked on commission, right?
Correct.
Yes. I think we've talked about this on the previous episode.
Yes, it was a complete commission.
Which also I think that experience and, pyramid of it works really well with what we do because
because you work on exactly.
Affiliate marketing is commission.
Right.
So I think having that experience is
Absolutely.
like that's kind of how your brain works and
exactly
it's super helpful as well because it really has shifted to just everybody kind of going online with all of that. Okay, so that answers the first question. Okay. I like kind of getting into these little stories in between. Okay, so this is a cute question. Balancing motherhood, work, what's her go-to styling tip for any outfit? So maybe we can first start with the balancing the motherhood and work. Okay. Obviously, it's shifted now a little bit that you're with. Right. But beforehand, it was a lot of
it shifted. Again, I'm gonna sound like your mom, but I think again, if you're organized, like you have to be organized. Whatever you can do the night before makes the morning go 1,000 times smoother because if you have kids, you can be on time all you want, but they have a different mindset and you can't just like throw them out the door.
Right.
So I think balancing that, again, just being organized, again, prepping the night before, knowing your plan for the week. You know what I mean? Seeing like, I always like at the beginning of the week, I always look at my calendar and just like mentally like look at like what we have going on every day and like how am I going to prepare for everything that I need to be.
Of course, yeah.
Grocery shopping and everything, all of that stuff. I think just like, again, like mentally seeing the week ahead and not just like, oh, what's today? Like, oh, I forgot I have that later today. Or, you know what I mean? Just kind of being
checking in with everything.
Exactly. Yes. If that helps.
Because before you came on here and worked with us, you worked, like you mentioned, at a local boutique for how long was that?
So I worked there for like 3 years. Yeah. 3.5 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you had not had Hannah yet. Your youngest.
I had not. Correct. I had
so you had the 2 girls.
So I had Emma while I was there.
Okay.
So I went there. Yes, I had Emma while I was there, and then because that was all during COVID.
Right.
So I had Emma, and then so maybe it was closer to 4 years
because that was a lot to juggle with the kids.
Yes, I give a lot of credit to women who work full time because even then I was working 4 days a week, and then I chopped it down to 3 days a week after Emma. And it's a lot, and it was a 45-minute drive, which didn't help. But getting your kids ready to go to like a daycare all day. Yes. And then getting yourself ready and getting them to daycare and getting to work.
Right.
Like, it's a lot. Like, and people who work, obviously knows what I'm talking about. But I would always laugh too because I worked for the most part with all men.
Yes.
And they just like don't get it.
No.
Like at all. Like I would come in like, with like 10 bags and like all day. I'm like, I got to do my makeup still. And they're like, What are you doing? I'm like, I've been in my car for 2 hours. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I've had 15 stops before I've come here.
I'm like, you think I just like show up late because I like to? I'm like, no.
Right. I've had like 10 little people in my car.
Yeah,
it is crazy.
Exactly. So I don't know how people do it all the time.
Yes.
Like full time.
Full time.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
It definitely
It's a lot of work.
And I think just like shifting, I mean, you're a great example of it, you know, working at Nordstrom, shifting over to I also think kind of Nordstrom changed
a
as
lot.
You ended and
exactly.
moved into that other, but the local boutique was a high, it's still, I mean, it's a high-end boutique, and you obviously still have clients that you take into those.
So I still do personal shopping on the side a little bit here and there, which is great because, again, I love to keep my hands in it, and hopefully one day maybe I can do it more once the kids are like,
of course.
All of them are in school. But again, this is why this works out so great, because it's part-time and it's home and it's here a little bit. But yeah,
I also think just like I mean, I'm not a mother or married, but having like something, because you know, taking those skills and you obviously had your career and stuff, and then and then shifting it so well into motherhood, but kind of still having like one foot in the door.
No, it definitely makes a difference, because again, you use your brain in such a different way when you're home with kids.
Of course.
And it's nice to come back to this and what you knew first, you know, and what you're comfortable with and what you love to do. So it's definitely really nice to still have something.
And then, like you said, as the kids, you know, grow up, it just, things shift.
Exactly.
We're all about
things evolve, and it's nice to keep your hands in it a little bit.
Yes. The second part of this question was super cute, because a lot of people, I think, struggle just with, you know, if you are a stay-at-home mom, and maybe not going into the office, you know, wanting to look cute every day, but not really knowing how to do that. So she said, what's her go-to styling tip for any outfit? And that can be just casual looks where you're still trying to like run out the door and look put together, or drop off, or obviously coming here. What are your thoughts?
So I think in terms of casual, like instead of always defaulting to leggings, I think take advantage of the fact that all these sets are so popular.
Yes.
And again, speaking of Amazon, like, what an opportunity there. I mean,
what an opportunity.
You can invest in a few for not a lot of money.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say if you're trying to like just get away from that athleisure wear so much, take advantage of those sets, get a cute pair of sneakers, and especially going into winter, like if you have a great coat that you feel good in, like that makes such a difference, because when you're out running errands or picking up your kids, that's all people are going to see.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? So maybe get one, like if you always just wear like a puffer coat or like a North Face even, like maybe just investing in one that has a little bit more style to it. And then maybe even getting like more of like a fun like novelty one, like a plaid or a print, or you know what I mean? Something, or wool versus a puffer. So I think that helps. And then maybe if you're that mom who's already doing that look and you want to elevate it a little bit more, I think again, like some great denim, some cute sweaters, you know, things that like you can easily rotate. Like especially right now, like I love all the Fair Isle sweaters. Like again, just playing like sneakers and jeans and a great Fair Isle sweater, like and you immediately look like you've got an outfit on.
No, I think that's such a great idea. I also think like something that I feel like we do as a group, and like you as well, is even if we're maybe not getting everything super new, rotating those accessories. Like I feel like you always have like fresh accessories, and that can pull in a new life to a typical jeans and
exactly. And if you're not someone who likes to wear like big chunky jewelry, like all the dainty stuff is still so popular. So like again, picking out a few pieces that you like a lot, and you know, put them on rotation. Again, even if you just have on a t-shirt and jeans and a cute necklace, like people think you look put together.
No, yes.
More so than just showing up in leggings and like a sweatshirt, like if you're doing that currently.
Yeah. Or even people, like I sometimes, if I'm like, okay, I'm going to wear a baseball hat today, I'll do like a statement earring, and all of a sudden like you're going to a ball. You look so much more dressed up.
Right,
Like,
exactly. Or again, putting the jeans on with a baseball hat instead of sweatpants or something like that.
Yes.
That definitely helps for sure.
And I feel like it just makes you in that mindset of like,
you feel better.
You feel better.
Yeah, you feel better. You feel more ready for the day, like no matter what comes up or who you're going to run into. And
I also feel like, I was just talking about this with mom, and I'm sure your girls feel the same way. Like I grew up with her always like getting up and getting dressed and looking nice. So I think like I always knew that.
Sure.
And you know, it's the same type of thing. So
exactly.
Just, you know, and that feeling your best. Okay, let's continue on. There's a lot of questions about motherhood and mom things. So someone said advice for working moms. Obviously, like we mentioned, things have shifted.
Right. Again, I would say just being organized, doing as much as you can the night before. You know, if you have someone coming to the house to take care of your kids, that gets a huge load off your plate because you don't have to pack them up.
Right.
Obviously. But if you do, I try to get all their things organized, even, you know, laying out their outfit the night before. If you have to pack them food, get all of that ready the night before. The diapers, the bottles, you know, all that. Like everything you can do the night before, I would say makes your mornings 1,000 times easier. And I know it's hard, like, because especially if you have kids waking up in the middle of the night, but getting up earlier, and I've struggle with this. I try to get up before my kids, and my oldest always beats me to it. And I think, I mean, I could get so much done without them,
right?
Obviously in the morning. So I think if you can, I know it's really hard, and I need to do better at this myself, but if you can get up before them, that way you can have your coffee in peace and again, get a few more things organized for the day. I even go as far as I pack my car.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
like,
great.
if they're sitting and having breakfast, I'll go like, and I'll start throwing everything in my car so that I don't forget anything.
Yes.
And then like, cause like, again, like the backpacks and like today I had to drop Emma off at preschool, and then I drop off Hannah at her sitters. It's like an in-house daycare.
Yes.
So like I like in the morning I like go throw those bags in the car so I don't forget them.
And do you lay out the girls' clothes, or are they good at getting dressed? I mean, I feel like maybe the older two, but definitely not Hannah.
So Emma and Nora have like a mind of their own, so they love to pick out their own clothes. So I try my best to do that the night before. Emma, that works out great with, like, she does it. Nora will do it, but then like she'll change her mind, or she doesn't like the way she looks in it, which is ridiculous that it's happening already, because she'll be 8 in January. But yes, I mean, that definitely helps.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes,
laying out the night before.
Yeah, I think it's always like, we've talked about this a million times on the podcast, and something that I think everyone is always, and it shifts day to day, but just like trying to be as organized as possible.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's what makes it easier.
So the girls' schedules kind of line up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And Emma's in a morning preschool, so it kind of works out. Nora gets picked up on the bus, then like within 15-20 minutes we need to leave, so then it gives me kind of time to focus more on her, get her ready, make sure she's eating breakfast and all that, and then we take her to preschool. And then Hannah and I have like a little over 2 hours.
That's nice.
It's nice. And you can tell like she knows it. And like, yeah, it's cute.
Classic youngest child.
Yeah. Like she'll come home and like she'll want to go right in the basement and play with like whatever they were playing with last.
Oh, yes.
And like she's just like on a mission. Like she knows exactly what she wants to do. So that's cute. So yeah, so then we pick Emma up, and then we have lunch, a little quiet time. And then we get to usually do something in the afternoon. Then Nora comes home. So it's a nice little schedule.
Do you like when they're like, I'm sure it's just so different, like do you like when they're in school, in like the family's in a routine, or do you prefer like summer break, Christmas break, stuff like that?
It's such a mix, because I definitely like when they're in school, of course.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
And I like the routine and everything. But then again, on like a Saturday morning, I'm like, oh, I love that I don't have to get anybody out the door.
Right.
Like it's definitely like a nice break.
Yes.
And I do remember like because Nora's just in second grade, so being new to all of the school, activities and all that.
Right.
I remember like towards the end of the school year, I'm like, okay, I'm over this. Like,
yes.
I'm over school.
Yes. No, it seems
so. I think it's definitely a mix.
It's a lot of packing up and shuffling just to like get
there's
them
nothing
literate.
Like those mornings that you don't have to be anywhere.
Right.
Or get them out the door.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a mix.
And I feel like your girls, just from everything that I always hear, like they're very good players. Like they play.
Yes, they do. They love to play.
They love to play.
Yes.
They love to do.
Yes.
And you have like that great big basement, so it just gives them that space to like
my
run
mom
around.
will joke, because if we FaceTime her in the morning, she's like, oh, they're already all to work. Like, because they'll be coloring or doing this, or like they're just busy. Like
they're busy.
They're busy.
Yeah,
which is nice.
We love that too. And obviously we're so biased with a house full of girls as well. But I do think it's just like we all played together, and I'm sure that's how the girls are as well.
It is. Yeah, it's really sweet, especially when the three of them, because like Emma and Hannah, obviously because they're closer in age, they play really cute together. And you can tell Hannah knows that Nora's like the oldest, like just the way she acts around her, and like it's cute. But then every once in a while, the three of them will play like really cute together.
That's so sweet.
Until someone cries.
Right. Until somebody steals
every
something.
Once in a while it happens.
Like breakdown. No, I do. I and also just like sharing clothes and all of that.
Yes, because that's already started.
You can just keep passing down.
Right.
Which is
and
nice.
Like the stealing though has already like.
Oh really? Mm-hmm. Do they know like which is theirs and?
Oh yes, they're very well aware.
Okay.
And like every once in a while, Emma will like want something of hers, or like she'll just go take it while she's at school. And
that's
like,
crazy.
All hell will break loose.
No, seriously. Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember I did the same thing, but then like,
yes,
I have to try to,
keep the peace.
Keep the peace.
A little bit as much as they can.
Peace,
but that's also good to just like work through it. I mean, that still literally happens to this day. I'll go in and like take Elizabeth's stuff.
I'm sure.
I'll get a text like screaming at me at work. You should have kept the hell to your stuff a little bit better, Elizabeth. I'm kidding.
Lock your doors.
Lock your doors. That is so funny. Okay, this is a really great question. How to kind of going back to the style, how to stay classy when trends come and go. I love that.
How to stay classy when trends come and go.
Or kind of keep that classic style, maybe.
Keep the classic style. So I think save the trends for more of like your accessories and keep like the clothing classic, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So like still wearing like your great denim, like your t-shirts, your blazers, like having like those core pieces. And then maybe, investing like, again, like the Adidas sneaker has been like so huge, like the Samba and everything.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So maybe like, throwing that on to switch it up a little bit.
Right.
Getting more of like a trendy, novelty jacket to throw in there.
Yeah.
If that helps.
No, I agree. I think just like rotating with those accessories.
I think the accessories and like, the shoes, the handbag, like jewelry, I think all that like really spruces things up a little bit.
I completely agree. I mean, even today we were talking like, I got those fun rings from Amazon. You're like, oh, I ordered these too. Like these. Something very non-committal that you just,
right, exactly.
You don't feel bad in a couple months you're not going to wear.
Right, exactly. But yet if you're wearing just like all solids or like staples, that it'll still look like new and current. I
think that's a really good way to divide your closet up. And I feel like we all kind of do that, where we have those nice core pieces like this sweater. Isn't this, what is this sweater? This is lovely.
It's, thank you. It's white and worn.
White and worn. Yeah. I knew it was something. And like my blazer's Veronica Beard, but then we're mixing in, like I have some, like my earrings from Amazon. So just kind of splitting your wardrobe up a little bit. So you have your staples that you reach for. Those are nice quality things. And then maybe more for me, I know like going out outfits or a department where I'm not going to invest a huge amount of money into because, who
like
knows where we're going to be. How often are we going to wear it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think just prioritizing where you need to be, but also knowing like that if a trend comes in, like maybe we hop on them all the time.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with hopping on a trend.
But even wearing things too, like in different ways. I think because like even remembering when I worked with clients so often, like I would sell them something and like they would only wear it with that thing. And I would have to like remind them like, no, you could do this or this or this. Or like my sweater that I have on today, like sometimes in a more casual setting, I'll put like a white t-shirt on underneath it with like a looser jean and sneakers. But today, like I wore it with all black and like a nice flat. Like so it kind of like elevates a little bit more.
Or even like your flats, so like they have a cute little Mary Jane with studs on them.
Studs. Yeah. So I think that's another good way to like that's trendy, but it's a shoe and I'm not like investing like a whole new outfit. Like I'm just adding a shoe that like switches things up a little bit.
Exactly. I think that that's really the best way to go because, who knows where we'll be in a year with the studs or the Mary Janes.
We'll always want something new.
We will always. Exactly. That's so funny. Okay. Children's style and saving versus splurging. Someone said in parentheses, please justify what I spent on my boys' clothes. That's so funny.
I know. I totally get it. I will say I have learned. And like just yesterday, I went to a local store. You know which one I'm talking about.
I do.
And this dress, oh my God, if it came in my size, I would buy it. Immediately I grabbed it for Hannah because she'll still wear like whatever I put on her.
Yes.
And it was $108. And I was like, this is so stupid.
Right.
Because I loved it, but it was a Christmas dress, first of all. Okay. So like, what is she going to wear it like 2, maybe 3 times if I'm lucky?
Maybe.
And then ruin it.
Right.
So I was like, okay, don't. And I did carry it around with me for a little bit. And then, but if that was me with Nora, I would have bought it.
Of course.
And then I would have learned the hard way that was not smart.
Right.
So instead, I still spent that same amount of money, but I got her an outfit that she can rewear. I got her these adorable little velvet leggings. They're just black velvet leggings, but they're like a classic. They're adorable for the season. And I know she'll wear them multiple ways. Like, I know I'll always grab for them. And they're more realistic than wearing a dress.
Yes.
And then this adorable little sweatshirt with like bows and nutcracker and snowmen.
Oh.
It's so, so sweet. And again, it's a sweatshirt. So like it's not dressy. It's something that she can wear multiple times. I mean, I could dress it up and put a cute little flat on her for a brunch.
Right.
Like she has all these social events.
Right. She's kind of booked and busy.
But I have definitely learned over the years that it's fine to invest in certain things for certain times, but like the majority of our lives, at least, they're in casual things.
Yes.
And especially now that they want to dress themselves.
Yes.
Like they're not wearing the nice stuff that like I want them to wear. They're wearing like the casual
They're a little
things.
older. They can realize things.
So I think just like justifying it, especially like, I mean, I can definitely justify a little bit better because I can pass it down. So
for sure,
that helps.
At least you.
So maybe I should get the expensive dress for Nora. Now that I'm thinking
now we're working about this.
But no, I think justifying it. I love the brand Cat and Jack at Target.
Oh, love!
I love that brand. I mean, the pants are like $5. Same with the shirts, the sweater. I mean, it's adorable. It holds up well. Like it doesn't fall apart. Just today, I put one on Hannah that was Nora's.
Oh. Look at that.
And like, I mean, sure, some of them fall up, like, over time, whatever ones they wear more and things like that. But I love that brand.
That's a really good tip. And also just going back to what you said about like the velvet leggings and stuff, like create a little capsule wardrobe for your kids, you know?
Yeah.
Like
no, exactly. Like instead of getting a dress, like do like a cute little legging that you can like, you know, if you want her to look a little more dressed up, the velvet, you know, it's definitely like a fun little nod to holidays and the winter. So I think just knowing when to invest in certain pieces and when to not. And also like another reason why I love the Cat and Jack pieces is because it's so easy to mix and match. So like a lot of times I'll get like a legging and then like 3 little tops that will all match
so cute.
with that legging. So
oh my gosh,
it's just really good like everyday pieces.
And they, I feel like, are good dressers in the sense that they'll wear things, put things on, like no one. Oh no, because I know like
that they will dress
like
themselves.
Elizabeth like had some strange like tactile thing when she was younger, which was like such a nightmare because she didn't want to put socks on her underwear.
That they will do. They will dress themselves, but sometimes that's like.
But they still have opinions on what they're wearing.
Yes.
Okay.
And especially Nora, she'll have like such an opinion.
Okay.
And she'll say that's not like yesterday. She's like, I can't wear a winter coat to school because those aren't my style anymore.
That's like, well, like
one's gonna have to be.
You're gonna have to find a way to make
this
it
is
your style.
It's like 40 degrees outside.
So I see. There's more opinions coming in.
There's definitely opinions coming in, but
you just override them.
I try my best.
You try your best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pick and choose your battles.
Pick and choose your battles. Going off of that first the question that she submitted, though, I do feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, like maybe don't feel so bad if it's your first child because
no, and definitely like those special things and pieces. But like like I'm home, I want to be comfortable. Like you want your kids to be comfortable. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna put them in like a frou-frou outfit every day of the week.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like you only need so many of those pieces.
Yes.
So I kind of look at like ahead of our schedule and like even like for December, I'm like, okay, what parties do we have? Like, you know, a Santa brunch and, you know, obviously Christmas Eve, Christmas. But other than that, like realistically, when do they need to be like dressed up and looking their best?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
When do we need to be
ladies? Like, and how many outfits do I need?
Right.
And what can they wear the same outfit to, obviously?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Things like that.
No, I completely agree. I think that it just depends on, you know, your lifestyle, how many places they're going, the age of the kids, the birth order. We have so many things. I mean, you know, with Claire, like it's going to be bananas with what we're getting the baby.
Well, exactly.
But who knows? Right. Things shift.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't beat yourself up too. I'm sure he looks darling.
No, of course.
Okay. This is a good question. How to manage? I feel like we've kind of addressed this. So if I'm repeating myself, like, you know, just be like, next question, Emily. How to manage a house plus 3 kids, help / nanny / do it on your own. Maybe, I mean, we kind of discussed this a little bit. Like you take Emma to daycare when you come over here, but you do have your mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law is also here to help out. So like, again, like today, she will pick Emma up from school and watch her till I get home. And the reason I keep Hannah at her little daycare just because my mother-in-law's not always here.
Oh, sorry, Hannah.
Hannah, yeah. So when she's not, she's usually like here for a month, gone for a month. She has a townhouse here and then a house out of state. So when she's not here, I have to take Hannah there sometimes, not usually more anymore, but still there, obviously. So I like to kind of still keep in the mix because it's good for her too. She plays with other kids.
Yes.
She's out of the house. She's with, you know, with another adult, obviously. So it's kind of a good mix, and then it's not like a month goes by and she hasn't been there, and then it's like, we have to start
friends.
Exactly, and then she's kind of that age, and then she'll get upset and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice just to keep in that rhythm.
Absolutely, and I think that it's good, you know, for some people who might not help, you know, maybe when your mother-in-law goes back, you just adjust.
Exactly. You just adjust, and I mean, if you have family close by, like when she's in town, it makes a world of a difference. It makes life so much easier.
Yes. Okay, we kind of went through, a lot of people were asking, how did we meet? Some people were like, are you guys related? We're not related.
We're related.
Yeah, now at this point we feel related. Not by blood. We're not related by blood.
That's so funny.
That's so funny. Oh, this is a sweet question, especially with the holidays coming up. Okay. What are your Christmas traditions with young kids, or anything that you've maybe started?
Okay.
What has worked? Things that you maybe wanted to work but didn't? You know, all of those moments.
Sure. So I think one thing is my mom always made sugar cookies, and she has like her own recipe that she would always do, and so I've kind of taken that on. So I always do that with the girls, and they get all into that, and we decorate, you know, and sometimes we do it a few times, you know what I mean? Depending, again, like what's going on and all that. I did start a few years ago. I guess, we've done it a few times, I guess. That we'll have like a sleepover night.
Oh yes.
And we put like, cause I have like a a decent air mattress. If anyone needs one, I have a really good one.
Perfect.
So I moved like the coffee table in the family room and I put that up, and like we wear Christmas pajamas and we watch Elf.
That's so cute.
And like they get all into that.
Of course.
So that's really cute. So we've kind of like started that little movie like sleepover tradition.
Yes.
I'm trying to think what else. I mean, just like what's that?
Oh yeah.
Oh God,
Oh
how
my
could I forget?
gosh.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you, producer.
Speaking of that Elf, so
When do you start that?
well, I've always started it after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Like I wait till December to do it because
Smart.
You know, if you're a mom that does it, it's like another job. And literally last week, Emma came up to me. She goes, "Mom, somebody in my class, their Elf already came." I'm like, "Well, what is that child and what is their mother's number?"
Yeah,
because that is way too soon.
That's too soon. That is
and I
way
said,
too
"Oh,
soon.
Emma," I said, "Our Elf usually waits till December to come. Like, don't get any idea.
Oh, we're gonna be doing this for like months."
And I don't even go all out and do like the really like creative stuff that some parents do. I just like literally move it,
Right.
but
Which I think is normal.
but still, yeah. So that's another tradition. And I do, as much as like I'm saying about like that I don't like it, I love that tradition. I think
Yes.
it's the cutest little thing ever.
And they get so excited, I'm sure.
They get so excited and they like legit will not touch it.
Uh-huh.
Like they're scared to touch it. And it's just so, and they talk to it.
Stop.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
talk
gosh.
to it. Like, and I'll say, I'm like, you know, ever like if one's like, you know, not listening or like, you know, not behaving, I'm like, Alfie's here. She just heard all that. And then like I remember one year I heard Nora going, "Alfie, I'm really sorry. Please don't tell
Stop.
Yeah.
That
They
is
like are like into
hilarious.
it.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's usually
It's
so helpful
cute.
for that month to like
It
hold that
is.
over them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. And I do feel bad packing her away every year.
I'm sure.
I know.
You're
I'm like, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm burying
See
her.
you next year, girl.
I know. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my gosh, that's so funny. What happens on actual Christmas?
She's gone.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah.
'cause
So
Santa
that's
came.
another thing. Like you have to remember, like she
Right.
goes back Christmas Eve.
You pack her up.
I pack her up.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't know how that whole kind of timeline worked.
I pack
with,
her up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Sad.
Well, that is. You do have kind of a lot of Christmas traditions.
So yeah, I guess we kind of do. Yeah.
And
And then, can I share one more?
Oh my god, you can say as much as you want
Because it's funny.
yes.
So growing up, I'm one of four, you know, and my dad started this tradition that every Christmas Eve we each read a page in the Night Before Christmas book.
Oh my gosh.
And so we have carried on that tradition
Oh.
to this day.
Oh my gosh.
So we're still not, our husbands just like roll their eyes and like go in the other room. But we'll all, because we all have, my brother's the youngest, he doesn't have any kids, but the rest of us all have kids.
Uh-huh.
And we will all FaceTime and we all have a page and like we read a page.
That is so sweet, Laura.
It's
I
really
actually
funny.
didn't know that.
It's really
tradition.
cute that we still do it.
That's
Yeah.
so cute that you still do that.
It's really funny. And actually last year, like it got to my page and I was like, oh, I don't have the book out. I'm like, someone's take a copy of it.
oh my gosh. No, yeah. I think
So
any
it's
type
cute.
of
And
like,
my dad's like the pusher. Like he like makes sure like he's like, all right, can everyone still, and like, you know, we all like make it work still. So
That's
it's
adorable.
Cute. Yeah, it's really cute.
that's really sweet. And I just feel like any of those like traditions are so there's
I love
something better than
traditions.
traditions.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I love it. And
they
I'm like
make
all
the
for
holidays
it.
go round.
They
you know what I
do.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's
what
just so
what are we
sweet.
if we don't have traditions?
Exactly.
You know?
I love it. It just
Anything
makes it so much
annual.
more special.
It
Yes.
does. It makes it so much more homier and
For sure.
and grounding, I think, for everybody.
Yes.
And I do think, I mean, we're such advocates for a tradition, but you can even see like with them being
I think
so
it's so
little, like
cute.
you're in the thick of it right now.
Right. And it doesn't have to be something big or it doesn't have to cost any money. It's
No.
just something that you do together
Yes.
every year, which is really sweet.
Now, since you mentioned, obviously Laura's from Buffalo, so you kind of go back and forth for holidays. You'll be in Buffalo this year for Thanksgiving.
For Thanksgiving, we're here or in Buffalo this year. And then again, once we all started having kids and they all kind of got to that age of like knowing about Santa, we all, you know, want to be at our own houses.
For Christmas morning.
Exactly.
Yes.
Although I secretly still want to be at my house.
Obviously.
For
yes.
Christmas morning. And then, so then for a few years ago, we started again when all the kids kind of got to that age. Now we all go home over New Year's.
I love that.
Which is so fun. And then my mom does like a big little like Christmas morning with all the, you know, the grandkids and
Yes.
everything. And it's a really cute tradition. So
I
it's
feel
fun.
like that's a great tradition too, because
nice.
of that it kind of keeps the party going. You know, they're
Well, yeah,
let
it's
down
something
after
to look
Christmas.
forward to. Like exactly. Like
Yeah.
we still have one more little celebration next week, and it's New Year's. I mean,
Honestly, I'm looking forward to
And
it because
honestly, depending, Claire might be ready for an hour or two out of the house by then.
that's true.
You could do a little spa thing.
That's true. I think it'll be really cozy this year.
It will.
But yeah, I think that, you know,
Right.
as you know, when people start having babies, you have to adjust. But I do feel like when the baby's a little older, we'll kind of go back to those trips.
And I feel like too, you'll be so into the baby that you won't even care.
Yes.
By the time it rolls around.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
but I
you'll
do
just be
agree
happy
with
to be
you.
with everybody.
New Year's can kind of be.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like a little sad.
Yeah.
And I think like
agree.
after you're over that whole like party scene and like going out, like after that's done, then it's kind of like, oh,
you're just staying up late in your
like,
living
it's
room.
all over. Yeah, exactly.
But that's why it's nice to be with your family.
It's nice to be with your family, and it's nice to have like another like opportunity to exchange gifts and everything.
100%.
So it's fun.
No, I think that is really
Yeah,
great. And
it's
it's
nice.
yes,
It's worked
I do
out
think that's
well.
another nice tradition that the girls like will
Yeah, well, exactly, and they know it now, and like they look forward to it.
right, look forward to it. Okay, this is a sweet question. Styling tips for postpartum when you feel a little out of shape. I feel like we've been talking about this, just like prepping with Claire, like helping her with stuff. What
absolutely.
would your suggestion
Because you
be?
don't want to wear like, you obviously don't like, again, if you've done this, I'm sure you agree, you don't want to wear your maternity clothes still because you're like over that. So in the past, again, I've bought a pair of denim. Sometimes like obviously like it's in like a size up or two.
Right.
But it's like not like an expensive pair of designer jeans. It's just a denim that's like more reasonably cost, whether it be from J. Crew or Gap or just something that you feel good in, but that you're not investing a lot of money in.
Right.
And again, just get one pair so that like when you have those chances to escape, you can put on a fresh pair of jeans and feel good about yourself. Again, investing in like a few tops, you gotta like, if you've got flowy things that you can go back to that you have in your closet, then great. If things fit well, if you're nursing, that opens up a whole other like can of worms. So I think investing in a few pieces that you feel good in. I mean, in terms of like if you're leaving the house, like and going out, if that helps. And again, like get a new pair of shoes. Like treat yourself to a great new handbag. Like, find pieces that you feel, you makes you feel good. But in terms of just like staying at home, like I would get like a few like loungewear pieces that if people are coming over to see the baby, I'm not just like in my pajamas. Right. You know what I mean? That I would feel like presentable in. So again, taking advantage of those lounge sets.
Yes, it's true because they can be worked in so many different ways. I also think it has like the time of year, with Claire giving birth, and even I feel like with Nora because she's a January baby,
she's a winter baby, exactly.
So you want to be
like
cozy.
You still need those cozy things, exactly. Like I always love like the Barefoot Dreams like open sweaters, like because you could throw them over pajamas, you could put them on over again like a sweatshirt, jeans kind of look. So yeah, I would invest in a few lounge pieces for yourself for afterwards that are comfortable. And then, when the timing's right, when you're going to be leaving the house, and if you have some certain events, again, like treat yourself, like just get one new pair of jeans to get you by. So you don't have to like go back to your maternity leggings. Right. And kind of just go from there.
Yeah. And you always love those. I always think this is a good tip. Those cashmere wraps from J. Crew. I feel like that's such an easy way to like you have one today. For sure. I mean, obviously like you're not in a loungewear set,
throw it on.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's an easy way to just be like, oh,
right.
Wow.
And it's just another like piece. So it kind of like, again, like completes your look a little bit more.
Totally. Okay. Oh, this is, I cannot answer this in any way. Wow. This is going to be a good one for you. Torn on having the third kid. Have 2 girls already. Thoughts on the third child?
You'll never regret it.
Do it. That's a great
You'll
answer.
Never have, I mean, just think about it. Like, you'll never look at a baby and be like, I wish I didn't have you.
Right.
Like, you will never do that.
No.
That will never happen. And could honestly say from doing it that when you're done.
That's
like,
a good tip.
After I had Nora, after I had Emma, I still felt like, I kept saying like, after I had Emma, I'm like, I feel like there's one more in there. I kept saying that, like, there's just one more. And then even when I was pregnant with Hannah, I was like, this is it.
This is it. You knew.
And after I had her, I knew I'm like, this is it.
This is the last one.
And now I just have to remind myself that I felt that way.
Yes.
Because like when I see a baby now, I'm like, oh.
Right. But I do feel like you had that sense of like, okay, my family's complete. And
right. So I think if you're like hemming and hawing, just do it.
Then it's a yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it's a yes.
You heard it here first on Bows & Company. This is why I like to rotate people because we kind of cover every topic here.
Exactly. Yeah, really.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, has she gotten her colors done? And what are her colors? That's a cute question.
God. I think like literally back in college.
Okay.
Like when we learned about it.
Right.
Like I did. So I'm more of like an autumn.
Yeah.
So like I look good in like the ambers and like certain yellows, like mustards, like camels. browns.
Yeah, you're a camel brown girly for sure.
Yes, definitely more of like those color tones. I look really good in like in teals. But
I
don't
can see that.
like wearing teal.
I don't know. It's hard
too bad.
to have an opportunity to have a teal moment.
Yeah,
right.
It's not.
Yes,
but so yeah.
This is another department where I feel like you're very strong with. And actually, we need to talk about this because I don't know what you're doing for this year.
Okay.
How to pick outfits for family photos, coordinating, not matching, dressing sons, all capital letters, help.
So I know that is stressful. And going back to investing in outfits, I will use the family pictures as a good excuse to invest in something a little bit nicer for them, knowing that they're going to wear it in pictures and they'll wear it to a Santa brunch or Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, whatever you've got going on.
Right.
So I would say like think about that when you're getting them outfits. I luckily, because it's a lot, it's stressful. And I remember last year it was just like, there's always somebody who's not into it and who's having like a day.
He's not photo ready.
Exactly. And they're a lot of money. And then like if you don't love them when they come back and whatever. So this year I lucked out because another thing my family and I do, we always get together for the 4th of July.
Oh, yes.
And my mom this year got a photographer.
That's so helpful.
Because she wanted like pictures of all the kids and everything like that. So I'm using one of those pictures.
Okay, because I hadn't heard it from you after I read that. So I was like, what's going on?
It's summary because like we're like all in red, white, and blue. So I still, and again, I've been telling myself, I'm like, you have the picture, get the card done.
Get the card done. Yeah.
And I start and I make like 10 and I put them in my cart. And then like, I'm like, okay, I'll do that again another day. And then
were you thinking of
I'll do like the
retaking?
week of Christmas.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just can't decide.
Right. That is super nice because like,
I
even
just
though
can't
it's a summary
decide.
picture, you're still like all coordinating.
Right. But it's like, so, but like, I can't like,
but you've
I
done
think
years
too much about it.
Right. You've done years past where you have like full on Christmas photo
Yeah.
shoots.
So usually I do one, I usually like to do one like in the fall. And now I'm kind of like kicking myself. I'm like, oh, I should have done one. But so maybe we'll do one like, I don't know, in February and just like to have like that. Updated ones. But yeah, so usually like I'll do a fall one. And again, then I'll like have them wear those outfits for Thanksgiving.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like last year we did more of like a Christmas themed one. And actually they were all black and white with like bows. So that's actually what they wore for Thanksgiving. They wore those outfits in the pictures.
I remember those pictures. Those were cute.
So yeah, so I would try to like, again, like double up with what they're doing. And I would kind of say like, I always say like find like a print for somebody, one of the kids, you, do your husband last cause that's the easiest and he most likely won't have to buy anything. So find a print that you like J. Crew Factory, I think is like the cutest and the easiest place to go. Right. Because you can get, especially if you have boys and girls, you can get like a cute little like dress for her and then like have him in the button down with a little sweater over it. So all you see is like the little collar peeking out that matches hers. And
they have everything for us
it just
too.
It just makes it easy to coordinate everything.
I agree. Yeah. No, I feel like you are always like Christmas card ready. Like you have that a photo shoot or something like that.
Right.
The
I do
matching,
usually.
Yes. And again, I feel like with the 3 girls, like, very unifying as far as colors and themes and stuff like that.
For sure.
Oh my gosh, this is a great question because of what you just shared with us earlier today. So any designer items she has had her eye. Oh my God, I can't talk. I need lunch. This is what's we're getting hungry.
We're getting angry.
Any designer items she has her eye on or on her Christmas wish list. God. What did you just get?
Where to start? Oh, I just got a Chanel wallet.
Yes.
So I'm still in shock. My first Chanel piece. So a woman I used to work with, going back to my Nordstrom days, and then when I went to Kilgore, I made her come, brought her over to Kilgore with me. She had left that local store that we both worked at, and she opened up her own luxury retail consignment shop.
Yes, in the area.
And she is thriving.
Yes.
She has been getting so many good pieces.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's like a museum. Like, it's just fun to go and like, I want to look at everything.
Yes.
So I went in the other day and she had this in the duster, in the box. It looks like no one ever even used it.
Crazy.
It's a silver metallic. It's actually a wallet, but it's like a nice size, like wallet. And then the C's are with gold and silver.
I've actually never seen anything like
shock.
it. Yeah.
I was literally in shock. It was just
shocking.
I mean, it's so piece. Pretty. I mean, because she has a lot of good, but some of she had this really pretty Prada wallet, but the corners, you could tell it's someone, and like, I just still can't justify like spending so much on something that's like looks worn.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, so that's kind of hard to wrap your head around, I feel like. But yeah, it was just like, I like literally was in shock.
And I just
love
feel
it.
like, and you'll
It's
definitely
such a
use it as a
classic
clutch.
piece. Yeah, I'm gonna
Such
save it for a
classic
clutch
piece.
because it's so nice
And
pretty.
I haven't seen pieces like that Chanel has put out recently, which is also why I think buying items that are a little bit more
finding
vintage.
like vintage pieces. I think
gosh.
I mean, I love it. It's just so fun, and no one's gonna have anything like it.
No one's gonna. It's a talking piece. Also,
exactly.
How many times do we need a metallic bag? I think Mom has that one, which we
Right.
always
Like, you
fight
need
over when we're
something.
going out.
Exactly.
So like that is
right. And like I could see myself like taking out to dinner, like if I'm wearing jeans and a sweater, and I could see myself like taking it to a wedding.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like it's like very versatile.
No, we're really happy for you.
Thank you. I'm very happy for myself.
You've kind of had a banner couple of weeks. You were in Florida. You got a new clutch.
And that,
like,
right? I'm like, what the heck?
It's
going on
amazing.
here? Now I have to go somewhere to use it.
Yes, seriously. No,
I
we
did,
need
but then I was too scared to use it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I get that. I'm very much. Do you wait to use your stuff, or do you use it
especially
right
something
away?
like that? Like my mom would always say, like, when are you going to debut it?
Uh-huh.
Like you
course.
can't just like debut it like on like a
Randomly.
nothing day.
No.
Like it has to be an occasion or like something. So
No, I completely agree.
I have not debuted it yet.
I also get really weird with like if I have new shoes or like a new bag, like I don't want to crease it, so I'm walking strangely. Like it does affect
exactly.
your,
It does. You have to
Yes.
think about it, which you should because you want to take care of something. Like
Of
that.
course. So funny. Yeah, I'll walk like super flat footed. It's almost not even worth it to get the designer
and
shoes.
scrape the
Exactly. Okay, I think the last question we're going to end with before we kind of talk about some of our pieces on the table. What's your favorite part about working with Anne and Emily? It's such putting you on the spot.
Because we're all laughing.
We're all chuckling.
I think everything. I mean, I think a lot of times, like, I don't know, we always have so much to talk about.
We do.
And like catch up on.
We do.
And I think that's why it works so well because we all get along so well.
Yes.
And we have similar tastes. But yeah, I think in general, we have so much fun.
I agree.
So that's the best part.
Very collaborative.
Yes.
Like it's definitely a team mentality. Like you said, we all have
Absolutely.
similar tastes, which
Yes.
is something that I don't think could be learned. It's, everything else is a skill that we've kind of adjusted to.
But it's also still too really cool seeing like the side of the business.
Yes.
Because again, like when I was working in retail, like influencers weren't even like a thing like
Right.
back when I started.
Right. Yes.
So it really is like the modern day way of advertising and shopping.
It is.
So it's cool to now, I worked on that side of retail and now I'm working on this side of, so
It is.
it's fun.
It is. And I agree with that. I think everything has shifted, but like the skills have stayed the same as we've carried
Right.
out throughout the year. So
Exactly.
Okay. So we currently, if you're watching us on video, we're kind of QVCing it up right now. We're surrounded by new products, which is actually perfect to have you on the show today. Cause
Yeah.
we can kind of talk about it a little bit. So
Absolutely.
we have our new holiday collection that will be coming out on Sunday, which is November 16th. Mark your calendars. We had such success with our fall line. We
So
sold out
fun.
of you have the fall jacket.
I do.
Which we sold out of in one day, which was amazing. So
cute.
just really great momentum going into this holiday collection. And we have some of the items here. Laura, do you want to talk about
Sure.
let's talk about our
Yeah.
pillar, or the main kind
main
of core
pieces?
piece that we
Sure.
have.
So I think the highlight, the star of the show, are these adorable pink and white gingham pajamas.
Cracking up at us right now.
I really feel like I'm on QVC.
Literally.
I was made for this.
Call into the show.
A little like Peter Pan collar and the ruffle on the sleeve.
Divine.
It's what makes them so fun and girly.
Yes.
And then, as if it can't get better, the pants, elastic waist, and then a ruffle on the bottom.
It's
so they're
so
a little
sweet.
cropped, right?
Yeah, they hit around my ankle.
A little cropped. So I think they're adorable.
They're so
they're
sweet.
fun. They're girly. They're comfortable.
Very comfortable.
They're really soft cotton. So yeah, they're not stiff at all like some cotton ones are. So
Yes.
I think those are super sweet. I would say they run true to size.
True to size.
Right?
Yes. So our gingham pajamas are our main piece that we're really excited about. And who doesn't
They're so
need
sweet.
new pajamas, especially for the holidays?
Well, they make a good gift too.
They make a great gift.
like a girlfriend, sisters.
Yes.
I think they're really sweet.
And I think they're also, everything's going to be at a really great price point, which is also perfect. So again, it's great for gifting, but also for yourself. And then we have our next piece over here, our little cosmetic
So cute.
bag right here, which is
adorable.
playing off of this gingham, black and white gingham. If you're just joining us on audio, I love describing all these pieces. People were asking
know.
me to insert pictures,
They're
but I
really
feel like
cute.
we're kind of doing this with the products
Yes,
today.
you're gonna get the first look.
So we actually had one of these cosmetic bags a couple collections
years
ago,
ago, right?
a few years
Yeah.
agot and I still use mine every single day. It's
It's a
the
great
perfect
size.
size. And I'm somebody who likes to put everything in bags,
Yes,
kind of
same.
separate my tote or whatever. I'm always looking for new cosmetic bags. Things are always exploding. Things are always
I would say things
going
are always getting
awry,
messy and- yeah.
So I always need a new one. And this is honestly so cute. It kind of pulls in with the ruffle from the pajamas.
It's so sweet.
So it's a great little combination gift to give somebody.
I agree.
And again, these products are great because yes, they're coming out with their holiday collection, but they're all year.
They're all year. Exactly. And I think, again, like if you want to get it as a gift, I think it makes enough as it's a very nice substantial gift on its own. But then if you want to spend a little bit more on somebody, you can like put some of your jewelry pieces in it. It's really cute. Like put the candle in it.
Yes.
A little ornament, like, you know, fill it with some cute little things or like your favorite pieces or a gift card somewhere. Like it's definitely a good little, if you want to like build on it.
Definitely building on it. And I think a few of these gifts are, especially the cosmetic bag, really great for like those people that you know, but you just want to spread a little cheer.
Exactly. Yes.
So like the teachers, maybe your hairdresser, a neighbor, a friend, something.
Right. Like, you know, everybody uses them. And like you said, you go through them.
You go through them. And I think sometimes we were talking about this on last week's episode, like going back to basics, like you were talking about, you're like, I love to receive a throw. Like I love it. Honestly, like everybody needs a cosmetic bag. I always need more pajamas. I feel like I run through pajamas so quickly. Okay. So we have a couple other pieces, some outerwear items.
Yep. So the hat is super sweet. It's this little cream hat with little velvet black bows, blank on, or just bows on the front. So it's not going to be like, it's really cute on.
Yes.
But yeah, again, great for yourself, great as a gift. If you want to really make it a nice little set as a gift, you could do the little coordinating gloves.
So sweet.
And they have like a little wrapped bow on the front.
Very subtle. Oh yes, she's
but they're just, I'm putting them on. They're very nice and warm.
They're so sweet. Honestly, it would have been helpful this week with the snow.
It would have been.
Yes.
Yeah. It would have been.
But this makes a great little set.
Who doesn't need a new pair of gloves for the season?
I mean, everyone.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Can never have enough.
Can never have enough. And then over to your side as well, we have our like winter edition of the bow tote. We released the hunter green bow tote, which is so sweet. And now we have one in black. She's doing the most over here. And we also,
I love this bag.
I was out over the weekend.
It is so sweet.
And one of Elizabeth's friends made a purchase and we were out I think it was Friday night, and she took it out to the bar. She's like, I'm wearing
I love that.
Your purse. It's my favorite purse. Like, and I was like, oh
so
my
cute.
gosh.
Well, there's these boat totes have been such a huge trend this year.
Yes.
And yours are the perfect little size. They're a great price point.
They are.
Again, it makes a nice gift on its own. You can put some things in it and make it like, you could do like, if you did like the hat and the glove inside this little bag.
Oh my gosh.
That is the sweetest little gift. And you could even just put tissue paper and then put a bow on it. And like hand it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like not even wrap it. Just use this as like the bag.
Just use it as the bag.
I think it's adorable.
And on it we have, so we released the pumpkin bag charm for our fall collection, and we will be coming out with a bow bag charm as well.
That's another look at it.
Which is so cute. I
love
it.
Sweet.
Adorable. Also could be used as like a little keychain and just like a nice, you know what I did actually? I went to a Halloween, Halloween party, and I gave her a big box. It was like a hostess gift of scones and pastries for the next day, and we tied a big ribbon, and then I put the pumpkin bag charm on it.
That is so sweet.
So, you know, you could even just kind of grab a couple of those and put it on wine bottles, stuff like that.
You can just loop a little thread or a ribbon through it and put it on a bottle of wine.
Yes.
That's really sweet.
Yes. And then the last couple items we have, we do have a little decor piece. Yeah. Can we... I'm really making you reach for things.
Oh, please.
Let me take each thing out. Let's take it out. So we have this 3-piece little like a trinket set, which could be used for so many different things, for makeup brushes, jewelry. You could leave it in your bathroom. You could put it on your office. You could use it honestly for entertaining, if it, you know, for...
I could totally see myself like doing like little nuts or like candies in it.
Yes.
Or even like filling this with like some pine, like fresh pines.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That'd be
and you
really
could put
cute.
like a little tea light in one.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the possibilities are endless with this little thing. It's so sweet.
It's just a perfect, like you don't even have to think about it. Unique.
No,
like
I've never seen this anywhere else.
I haven't either. That's why we got it.
Love it.
And then ending off, we will have our new needlepoint kits. So we will have the sweetest, let me pull it up. This is our needlepoint kit.
So cute. The little snowflake.
You're joining us. It's a little snowflake, which is just so sweet because we wanted a little nod to winter, but not super holiday, because I know that these take time to make.
Right.
So this is the perfect little kit to get and then just make throughout the holidays. This also coordinates perfectly with our teacup. Both are just like really cozy vibes meant to work together. And if you have never purchased our needlepoint kits before, they come with all of the canvas, the tapestry needles, the soft cotton threads, and then needlepoint booklet. So it gives you all the instructions. It's really the perfect beginner kit, or
really
for
nice
any
gift
for
too.
any advanced needle pointers as well. So that is our all wrapped up collection. Like I said, this will be available on Sunday on our website, emilyOandbows.com. Start shopping for your friends, your family, yourself. And the Emily on Bows team will be packaging next week.
Yes.
Which is so ready
to go.
We're like little elves and we are down in the basement, and it's so much fun. So you were the perfect person to share these products with.
I know. So I'm glad to do it.
I know. and it's fun to see all these things come to life. So thank you so much for joining us today on the podcast. Like I said, you were so requested.
Oh my God, I love
so
that.
I know
Thanks,
we'll have to have you on more because she just has so much to share. And be sure to shop the collection and see all the updates on my Instagram for more pictures showing how we styled it, and get your Christmas list ready to go for friends and family who you're going to gift to.
Everyone off.
Yes. So thank you, Laura, for joining us on the show. I think we're going to have lunch now.
Yes, that sounds excellent. I'm starving.
I'm starving. We get coffee, we get all hyped up, and then we get really hungry. Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you all so much for listening to another episode of Bows & Company. I will see you guys next week for our 2 more shows. And remember that everything is in fact better with a bow. Bye-bye now.